Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Tatiana. This is my blue tongue skink, Eponine, and today I'll be showing you everything I feed my skink, and I'll show you how you can prepare your own blue tongue skink diet at home. In the wild, blue tongue skinks are opportunistic, omnivore generalists, which means they eat everything and anything they can find. This means, in captivity, they can eat a very large variety of foods. Specifically in reptile keeping, they are often fed canned dog food or a mixture of insects and vegetables. I believe in offering a high variety diet for my skink and all of my animals to keep their feeding times more interesting and enriching. We'll go over all of the food I offer my skink in just a moment. Whatever you choose to feed your pet, make sure you do proper research on your own and feed them the correct nutrient ratios, which we'll talk about later. I've included some useful links in the description that might help you in researching proper skink diets. So, my skink's diet can primarily be broken down into 3 categories. Those categories are canned cat or dog food, treats, and pre-made chop. First, let's talk about canned food. I use the Wellness brand of dog food in their 95% line because I like the ingredients, it's grain-free, and like the name suggests, it's 95% protein. Wellness Core is also a great one to feed your skink, but there are other brands like Primal, Signature, and Instinct that would be great for your pet as well. Whatever dog or cat food you decide to buy, do plenty of research beforehand. If you are feeding your skink canned food, you have to be careful of your protein ratio. Skinks are omnivores, and once they reach adulthood, their diet should only consist of 50% protein. The rest should ideally be vegetables. If an adult skink gets too much protein, then they can suffer from obesity or kidney failure, which is exactly the reason the Eponine is so chunky. She's been getting way too many bugs as treats out of me, and now she's on a diet so that she can lose some of the extra weight. Sorry, Epi. Treats are just that, treats. Fruit and berries should be no more than 10% of a skink's diet, and as a snack sometimes I give Eponine banana, blueberries, or raspberries. Another treat that I give her is eggs. Eggs are actually Eponine's favorite food in the whole world, and honestly, if she could eat only one thing, she would definitely pick eggs. For Eponine, treats also include insects like dubia roaches, mealworms, or superworms. However, insects can also make up a large part of the protein that they need in their diet. Now let's talk about the chop that I make for Eponine and how you can make your own blue tongue skink diet at home. For a properly balanced skink diet, they need 50% protein, 40 to 50% vegetables, and no more than 10% fruits or berries. Here I have ground turkey as my protein, collard greens and yellow squash as my vegetables, and blueberries. I'm going to take out about a quarter of the turkey and toss it into a food processor. Like I said earlier, Epi is on a bit of a diet, so in this mix, I'm going to add a little less protein than normal. But if you're doing this at home, feel free to weigh out 50% of your ground meat. I have a pound of collard greens here, and I'm going to take out about a quarter of that and roughly chop it. I'm going to add those to the food processor as well. I'm also going to shred some squash and add that in for a larger quantity of vegetables. And then I'm going to toss in a little handful of blueberries just to add some sweetness. Now I'm going to blend that all together. You can feel free to skip blending it and just mix everything up in a bowl, but I find that when you blend it, your skink can't pick out the stuff that they don't like. Now you're going to need a metal pan with some wax paper on it and a tablespoon. I use the spoon to portion out her meals, and then the entire sheet pan goes into the freezer. Once everything is frozen solid, you can put them into a bag or a different container and store in the freezer, and when you need to feed your skink, just take one portion out a couple hours in advance so that it has time to thaw. This is a great way to keep a lot of their pre-made diet on hand in case you run out of dog food or fresh fruits and vegetables. Now that the food is thawed out, I usually add some multivitamins or calcium and mix it all together. Let's watch Eponine enjoy. See how Eponine devours her food? She goes for it right away. If I didn't blend it all together using my food processor, she would spit out the collard greens and only eat the ground turkey and berries. Trust me, I've had her for long enough, I know. Blending everything ensures that Epi is getting the correct amount of vegetables. If your pet isn't picky, then you can definitely skip blending it all together. I don't always tongue feed her, but it's a great way to build trust, and it keeps her from making a mess. But she can just as easily eat this right out of the bowl too. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a huge variety of foods that are safe for skinks to eat. I probably didn't even list half of the pet food brands or the different fruits and vegetables these animals can have. Each time I make this diet for her, I mix up my protein, greens, and fruit that I add. This is a great way to offer variety, and overall it makes her less picky about what she will and won't eat. I'd also like to take a moment to mention that just because this is how I take care of my animal, doesn't mean this is the only way to do it. There are hundreds of other keepers out there that all have different care methods. Before getting any new animal, please do responsible research and figure out a care method that works for you. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this look into what I feed my K-Island skink. Do you guys have a skink? If you do, let me know what you feed it in the comments below. I'm always looking to learn from other reptile keepers. Thanks again for watching my tiny zoo. I put out new videos every week, so I'll see you next time.